They sang his name louder than mine, my crown upon my head, yet their hearts belonged to him, David, the shepherd boy, the giant slayer. And from that moment, my soul was never at rest. When David returned from the battlefield, the people poured out of their homes, singing, dancing, tambourines ringing through the air. But listen to their song. Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. Their words cut deeper than any sword. I was their king, yet I was no longer their champion. And in that moment, jealousy planted its seed. From that day on, I watched him. Every step he took, every cheer he received, I asked myself, what more can he have but the kingdom itself? And in my heart, fear began to whisper. The very next day, a darkness fell upon me, torment I could not shake. My chest burned, my mind raged, yet there was David strumming his lyre, soothing my troubled spirit. And then I saw the spear in my hand. I hurled it with all my strength, aiming to pin him to the wall. But twice he escaped me. Twice the Lord delivered him. And I was left trembling, my fear of him greater than before. So I removed him from my presence, made him a commander of 1,000. Perhaps the battlefield would claim him. Yet everywhere he went, he prospered. The Lord's hand was upon him, though it had long departed from me. And all Israel loved him. All Judah honored him. But I feared him. I thought I could bind him to me through marriage. Take my daughter Merab, I told him. Be my son-in-law. Fight the Lord's battles for me. But David, so humble, said, Who am I? Who is my family, that I should become son-in-law to the king? Yet even then my plan unraveled. She was given to another, and still David's honor only grew. Then I heard the words that twisted my heart further. Michal, my daughter, loved him. Yes, loved him. This pleased me, not for her sake, but for my schemes. Perhaps through her David would stumble. Perhaps the Philistines would destroy him. I sent word through my servants, the king delights in you. Become my son-in-law. But David answered, I am poor with no reputation. How could I ever pay a bride price? But I had my snare. I told him, the king desires no dowry but the defeat of the Philistines. 100 of their lives, 100 proofs of victory. And in my heart I thought, surely he will fall. He did not hesitate. He did not fear. David went forth with his men, and I waited, waiting for word of his death. But instead the report came. Not 100, but 200. Twice the number I demanded. Twice the triumph I wished against him. So I gave him Michal, and the people rejoiced. Yet as I watched her eyes glow with love for him, as I saw the Lord's hand still upon him, my heart sank deeper into fear. Yes, fear, for I knew the truth. The Lord was with David, and I, Saul, the anointed king, was forsaken. And so it was, time after time. The Philistines rose against us, and each time David returned more victorious than before. His name grew great. His honor towered over mine. And I who once was chosen, was now consumed, not by enemies of flesh and blood, but by envy, by fear, by the haunting truth that God had lifted his favor from me and given it to another. My friend, envy is a fire that consumes the soul. Jealousy blinds us, makes us strike at those God himself has chosen. I lost peace. I lost joy. I lost the Lord's favor because I let jealousy master me. But you still have a choice. Do not let comparison steal your calling. Rejoice when others rise. Trust that God has a plan for you, just as he did for David. If this story spoke to you, tell me in the comments. What part of Saul's struggle do you relate to most? And remember, subscribe for more biblical stories brought to life, so together we may learn and grow and keep our eyes fixed on the one true King.